Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Screamin'. Welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Lightfall Season of the Witch, soon to be Season of the Wish intel. And today's video is going to be a quick one, as I have 3 very good weapons picks that you probably want to jump on Destiny 2 ASAP in order to pick up, as they will only be available for another day or so. In fact, some will be leaving us even before then. So if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on the bell to post notifications so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2 Lightfall content like this. You can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. Remember, any of those things also enter you into any future giveaways on this YouTube channel. And we do one every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. And when we reach 100,000 subscribers, we'll be giving away an Xbox Series X. You can also stick around till the end of the video for that secret hashtag you can leave in the comments section for another entry into the next giveaway for this video. The first pick is this Lothar Brook C. Now, this will be leaving us on Wednesday. That's the day after the weekly reset timer at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's 7 hours after the daily reset timer. But that is a very good auto rifle, one of the most powerful auto rifles currently in the meta. And I keep saying auto rifles are really good. I'm going to show you some clips at the end of this video of me using this, as well as another one that I would suggest you pick up while it's still available, as it will be leaving at the end of this season, and I'm not sure when it's going to be back. It might be available through legendary Umbral Engram, or Engram focusing, excuse me. I don't think it's Umbral Engrams, but just legendary Engram focusing. But definitely pick up this Lothar Brook C. Has kill clip. Can't go wrong with it. It was actually doing a lot of work for me. It actually felt more like a scout rifle, actually, than an auto rifle. Really good range on it. Over at Lord Saladin, remember, Iron Banner will be leaving tomorrow at the daily reset timer. Might want to pick up this Frontier's Cry hand cannon. I usually don't use hand cannons that often, or 180s really in particular, but this one can roll with max range, so you can have up to a 90 range on this particular weapon. I believe if you can get rapid hit and accurized rounds, as well as iron sight with a range masterwork. So I'm going to try this one out too, see how it works out for me. I'm not sure how 180s play into the meta currently. And the other one that I would suggest maybe picking up, as it will be leaving next season, is this Dark Decider. Now, the Dark Decider is one of my favorite auto rifles currently in the game for both PvP as well as PvE, and this is my favorite role. It has Vice Stinger, it has Volt Shot, we have the armor-piercing rounds as well as ricochet rounds. This one has a stability masterwork, so I'm sure you could actually do a little bit better on certain roles for PvP. For PvE, this is really as good as you're going to find, or about as good as you need, as it has the Volt Shot perk on it. But I do find that I love this weapon also in PvP, and Volt Shot seems to do some work in that as well. So I'll show you some more clips of all of those weapons, including this one, in current Iron Banner, as that was the game type this week. So I figured I'd at least try to farm out a few more Engrams in order to get a couple more rolls on this. As I said, this will be leaving us next season. I don't know if it will be thrown into the legendary Engram focusing pool, but usually those do make their way, or most weapons do make their way into that pool eventually. I don't know if it'll be next season, so consider farming this out while you can. Auto rifles are good right now. I really think they're going to be really good next season, and this one, just for PvE sake, if you're going to be rocking any ARC build, this is a great primary to have in your arsenal. And that's going to be it for all the information in today's video. I'm just going to show you some clips now of me playing with all of these weapons in Iron Banner. As far as my personal sentiment was concerned, I really did like the Lothar Brook. I felt like that was a very solid go-to primary. It was one of those weapons you really didn't need to swap weapons that often. It did really well for range, not a lot of damage fall off. And even though it's a slower firing auto rifle, like I said, it kind of felt more like a scout rifle because of the range, and it was good at just, one-shotting those easy pickups for the body shots if you had a enemy weak. The hand cannon, I really didn't find I liked that much, though I did see that it was efficient at certain kinds of gunfights. Not the kind of thing that I would run necessarily all the time on a warlock, but maybe if you were on a hunter, I think it could actually do much better. Did have sort of that old, not forgotten feel to it, as most 180s do, but I meant it more and so that it really felt like it hit hard when it was making a contact. You got a lot of good weapon feedback on that particular hand cannon. Though I didn't find myself using it quite so much. I was sort of using the old D2 vanilla loadouts, rocking double primaries in this just to try to see how well I could do with either one in a game. So maybe that was sort of limiting me a little bit as I didn't have a special weapon to switch to. But in any case, I did find all the weapons to be particularly good for PvP. I didn't test them a lot in PvE, though the Lothbrok and the hand cannon were not really tailored for PvE in any way. They're much more PvP-focused weapons. Overall, though, I have to say my Dark Decider was still the one that I favored the most, as I was playing with a Arc subclass, so that probably helped as I was getting a lot of energy back on my Arc kills because it was an Arc weapon, so it was pairing a little bit better, I think, with what I had on at the time. But I just found that it really didn't have a lot of damage fall off at range. Didn't have as much range as the Lothbrok did, but still enough where in most gunfights, if I could sort of lock down an area, I was able to do a fair bit of AoE damage when there was enemies crowded up on a plate. So it was actually doing really well in this particular Iron Banner game type with a Warlock running the Arc subclass. So it might have just been working a little bit better for me. The obvious speed of the weapon and the time to kill almost seemed relative to the Lothbrok, even though they're completely different archetypes. I believe they're at both ends of the spectrum as far as auto rifle archetypes go. But the time to kill seemed similar on those two particular weapons. Now, that might not just be because of the perks, or it might just be because of the perks and not because of the archetypes really being that similar in time to kill. So it might have just been those two particular weapons that I was using, the one that I picked up from Banshee and my version of the Dark Decider. But in any case, I would definitely suggest anybody should go out and pick up one of these, give them a chance if you're sort of a novice or just casual Crucible player, as I am these days. I used to be much more into the Crucible, but these days I kind of just find myself occasionally heading in if I have to and playing in the monthly game types like Iron Banner, or maybe occasionally hopping into a Trials weekend, though I haven't done that in a while either. So if you're looking to just sort of do decent, you're not somebody who's playing any sort of Crucible that often, but you want something that will allow you to at least enjoy it when you feel you have to play it, or maybe encourage you to play it a little bit more, all of these weapons I think will do you well. Auto rifles are a lot easier to use than hand cannons, no doubt. But thanks so much for watching all the way till this point in the video. Hopefully you enjoyed the clips and the little bit of dialogue and the info in general. If you've watched till this point in the video, you can leave a hashtag Lightfall, or a hashtag Bungie, or a hashtag Season of the Witch, or a hashtag Season of the Wish, as it will be here before you know it, in the comments section down below for another entry into the next giveaway for this video. And once more, I'm Wilhelm Scream. Thanks again so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoy these weapons when you do, or if you use them. And of course, we will see you next time.